when it suffocates at the bottom. Don't take the bait, just walk away. Resuscitate your nirvana. I feel a way I never felt before. I finally found what I'm looking for. Stop, would you give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? Give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender. Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? Lazarus, so you've been victorious. Lazarus, so you've been
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 88th episode of FNV. FNV is short for Friday Night VTubing, and this is a show where I, your host, Zarastro, interview various VTubers from all over the community. And tonight, our wonderful guest will be Merpperoni. Merp, please say hi, introduce yourself,
Hi.
and tell our listeners a fun little fact about you that they might not know.
Fun little fact, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, so hello everyone. Yeah, so, do I just go through my intro?
Yeah,
Do I do my
yeah.
intro?
First do your
Yeah.
intro, yeah.
Okay. I gotta do the whole script like,
Oh, shit.
hello everyone. Oh, sorry. Hello everyone. My name is okay. Oh, that's weird, but yeah. So my name is Merpperoni. I'm actually an Eldritch themed VTuber.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, with all the eyes. Yeah, and I think that ties into my interesting fact. So I'm actually wearing a human skin suit.
Shit. Let's
Is
go.
that interesting enough? Yeah. Is that interesting enough? Like, because the main body is actually just like a mass of like black mass of eyeballs and tentacles. So
And
like,
fog.
this is just like a So this
It's
is
just
skin
a black. Okay. How
Yeah,
do you control it?
I mean, you wear the skin suit, so you just wiggle the arms, you wiggle the
You just do this,
Oh.
and it works.
yeah, wiggle and moves. Yeah, it's a show. Yeah, we'll talk more about that
So
once we get.
so if you say you're empty, you're feeling empty inside. You mean it in more ways than one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It should be more obvious now. Actually, like I actually had a model upgrade recently, which might make it a lot more obvious that there's something in there, in the chest cavity and all that.
Oh,
It wasn't as obvious before.
is it not this one or is it this one?
No, it's this one. I just had
Oh,
a
okay.
rigging update,
Oh.
and like when you have like a different rigging artist, it's almost like getting a new model altogether.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, the rigging can change a lot.
But yeah, so I stream on Twitch. I do primarily art streams. I don't know if you ran any background checks on me.
I
But-
ran like 2. I
I
did
do
not have a
primarily-
lot of time. I usually run at least a couple, but I took our mutual friend's word, which I'm not gonna say her name yet because she's a future guest and I don't spoil
Yeah, okay.
who my
I'm
future
just like,
guests are.
oh yes, I'm a last minute guest, so
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't do any background checks on me. It's like, is this guy okay?
I took her word, and I mean,
Okay.
I checked your Twitter. That's good enough for me.
I was like, no, this guy doesn't involve any controversies, some like unpopular hot takes. But no, I'm
That's
pretty
happened.
quick, don't worry.
That happened where guests have had hot takes after the fact. Are you gonna
Oh.
have hot takes after the fact?
After the fact, none of your business. None of
None
your
of my
problems.
okay. None of my business. I.
Not business problem. Yeah, like, it's yeah. So it shouldn't. But yeah.
I'm not gonna have to private this episode in the future to remove all connection from you. I'm joking. I wouldn't do that.
But sometimes I wonder how I feel bad about like, going off topic here, or sort of off topic.
No, that's fine.
I kind of feel about like, you know, like you've seen the really controversial ones every now and then. Like, man, I kind of feel for like their model artists, for example.
Oof.
It's like yeah, you're gonna be associated with
oh, you did that person drinking, or oh, you did their art.
Yeah, I was like, man, I kind of feel for those, you know, especially like if it's like a really high profile gone. I don't know, like.
Yeah.
Road,
No. I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you can just private this episode, but they have that association forever.
Yeah. No, anyway. I've been in that case where one of my children, because I did rigging, one of my children was accused of stealing the art, or like a lot of the designs in it, and one of my friends did the design of the model for free, like just as a fun practice run, and I rigged it also for free just for fun, and then they got under fire by some other people for stealing designs, because the model that my friend designed and I rigged was based off of the OC that she already had, like a PNG.
And I'm sure you guys all had the transcript, right? I think that's like, as in like, you know, the emails or the DMs, you know, like kind of leading up to the
oh no,
design.
we didn't speak with the person. We literally we made it, and then we were just like, hey, by the way, me and my buddy, we made this thing for you. It's a model, you can use it. It's yours.
Oh.
And then she started growing, and then shit happened.
I hope you guys got out of that, because like that can be really nasty sometimes, you know. It's even like,
yeah, no, we weren't really affected at all. Everybody blew it out of proportion, and yeah, made a mountain out of a molehill. It was like, yeah, no. It was a minor thing. I've been involved in much bigger things.
Okay. Yeah, it's that's why like I'm very paranoid about that kind of stuff, but also like I guess part of it is because like I have experience and like, outside of VTubing about stuff like that, like concerning IP, so I'm very paranoid. I keep all the paperwork, all the and like if you tell me to do something, I'll double check and I'll have you like, you know, respond to me in like a confirmation in writing. I screenshot it. It's like
yeah,
I'm
like, hey, I know we said that thing in the voice call. Can you just DM it to me? So can I get that in writing? Can I get that on paper?
Yeah, it's like just to make sure, you know, like you want me to work off this, and like I don't do any original design. I'm just basing off the material you provided me, right? Yeah, all good. Yeah, give me a yes and no, and that's it.
You would hate working with me.
Oh no.
So I'm one of those guys. I'm just like, okay, so I got this idea, right? So my model, or my VTuber character, doing like a cute moe fucking wink with the hand holding up a V pose. The rest is free. You can change the outfit however you want. You can do a background. It's like a skeb, except it's super low effort when it comes to the description.
And then are you gonna be very whiny about it? If like, oh no, why didn't you do this like that? Once you get here.
Not really, no. Maybe no, that's fine. Maybe about something, like if you missed a small detail that's on the model, then I'm like, hey, just can you add this thing in?
No, it's fine then. I meant as in like, you know, you're like very vague. It's like, I don't really know what I want, but I want something like this. But you can you know, improvise.
You can do what you want. Like, give me the chef special. You give me a fucking. I'm like, hey, I want a. Give me whatever the fuck you want, and then you give me a burger, and I'm like, I wanted spaghetti. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
No.
Like,
at least I'm not. At least I'm not one of those.
Okay.
I'm not that bad.
That's like the textbook client from hell. Okay.
that's like a GFX bot, except in reverse.
Yeah, whenever they open up, like, I don't really know what I want. I'm like, oh boy.
Oh no.
Here we go.
I have been like that though. Like, I don't know what I want. Just give me something from you, and I'll pay for it, and then I'll be happy with what I get from you.
yeah, if you're actually like happy and be a good sport about it, it's all good. It's just my experience, most people are kind of like when they say that and they become like very demanding afterwards. Like, hey,
Oh yeah. They're like, hey, if you
revisions,
wanted me to do
it's fine,
something in
man.
a specific way, you should have fucking told me.
Because like, like I mean, or like, I'm just gonna charge you for basically redoing the whole project, and you can't complain because it's, you didn't really tell me what to do.
Especially if
but
you've
yeah.
sent updates in between.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually, from what I know, like artists send out different updates at different stages. Like you get the rough sketch, then you get the neater sketch, then you get the line art, then you get some of the coloring, then you get the final rendered piece. Like, yeah, you've got so many opportunities to say, hey, change this thing. And now you want to tell me I need to change it at the end, bro? What?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Unfortunately, in my line of work, this
Happens
even
often.
if it happens all the time, and
Oh,
even if like
no.
the client is someone like they're pretty, I guess like big. You go like, yeah, you think they know they know better because they're like very professional, but no,
You'd
it
think.
happens every time. It happens every time,
You know,
and
when
then wait
you
until like the last possible minutes, like, oh, by the way, we need this. Oh, we want to do a 180, and we need this like next week. When it usually takes like a month, I'm like, oh my god,
bro, that is some insane shit. But yeah, talking about your art, that is one thing I did a background check on you on, because I checked through your art and I've got to say I really fucking dig it.
Oh, thank you.
I dig the style.
Thank you. I try. I try to stand out. Okay. Like since you well, I mean, you do rigging. Do you do art as well?
I do, not live to D though, and I
Okay,
don't
well,
do
no,
line
like,
art at all.
Oh no, I can't do line art. It's okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
No, but see, the thing is, I can't do any lines. I don't do lines. I only do coloring. If you tell me to do lines, it will look like a Clip Studio Paint mannequin that's been shot a couple times with baseballs.
Oh no, I get you, and
They
that's
look
like that's the whole. No, I get you. That's why my style evolved the way it did, because like I can't do line art, so I just took the gimmick. I basically like, okay, well, my line's gonna be messy, so I'm gonna be messy. I'm gonna go all in on messy, and people go, why are your lines not clean? I'm like, I can just tell them, it's my style. Shut up.
It's
You
my
don't get it. You
style.
don't understand.
Why aren't
you
your
don't
lines
understand.
clean?
You don't understand. This is too abstract for you.
That's me to my line artists. Why aren't your lines clean? But no, like, I can show you an example, right? Like, I'm gonna send you. So this one is an art piece that I did completely on my own. It looks horrible.
No,
oh my.
No. You do
That-
look very.
Yeah.
No, I can see like it's very. It's like you're doing a more painter approach. You're just going out of paint without any lines. It can be really hard. Again, I understand.
Okay, yeah,
It'd be very hard to like, I guess, give it to define the edges and stuff sometimes without lines.
But allow me to compare that with this one where I didn't do the line art, but I did all of the coloring. You see the difference?
Yeah.
You see the difference. Chat, I'm not showing you guys the first one. The second one you've seen, it's the one of me holding a katana. I've used it on thumbnails all the time. But it's I only do coloring.
Yeah, no, that's definitely that's two. I'm seeing two different artists here.
Yeah, you are. And you know what? I can show you a third one because I do graffiti as well. So if I just go here, this is not gonna look like the same artist either, because it's a completely different art form. It's sending. It's the graffiti.
Oh my, yeah. Okay.
That's completely different. See, there I can do lines. Because it's with like alphabets. There's a structure. There are rules.
Do you do graffiti in real life?
No.
Okay. No,
Unfortunately.
I'm just asking. I honestly like doing digital is one thing, but like I just don't know how they do it like in a spray can.
When I really wanted to. I really want to at some point just buy a bunch of spray cans and fucking paint the alley next to my house.
yeah, I don't know. Like, I really appreciate the art. Like, it just, I don't appreciate the low effort kind of just like vandal like graffiti, but like when it's like proper like art, I appreciate them. And just like, I live in Toronto. I live in Canada, Toronto, Canada.
Yeah.
And we actually have this dedicated like alleyway. I don't know if it's still a thing. Okay, it's been a while, but there's like this stretch of alleyway that just has it is basically sanctioned. So we all have all these like wall graffiti art, and there's like I just don't know how they did it.
Oh, so it's like,
Mhm.
so it's like it's street art, but it's allowed.
It's a lot. I think it started out as like just like people just started like I guess they just picked the alleyway, and it became such a thing that it just became like a widely kind of like a tourist thing now.
I like that.
But yeah, and it's just like it's a big stretch. It's a big stretch of I don't know. Again, I still don't know if it's still a thing, but I just remember like seeing all the art, and I was just amazed. Like more because of details. Like how on earth are they painting those like really thin lines? I know you have stencils, right? But like,
no, you didn't even need
but, like,
stencils.
no, but they're freehanded. Yeah, they don't do stencils.
Yeah. No, there are very specific ways that you can. If you, the closer you bring the can, the tighter it is, and if you tilt the can right and spread an angle, then there's an angle where there's a straight edge, and then it fades out like an airbrush.
That's magic to me. Like I can airbrush, but I can't. Maybe I'm just like whenever I use a spray can, I'm just like painting. Like, yeah. Okay, see, that's very clean.
See,
clean.
I wanted to show you that one. So that one I saw the other day while just driving home, and oh shit! Wait, I opened it up. I opened up the stream on my phone so that I can monitor chat there as well, and it echoed. I'm not sure if it came through. Hello?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh no! Why did my music stop? Oh, I was controlling Spotify on my phone instead of the stream audio. Brrr. That's why that's why the music went quiet, because I was like, wait, why is it quiet all of a sudden? Audio issues, like tech issues, or just like troubleshooting. Scuff is
number one scuff
for real. But there, I'll show this one in chat. So that one is one I saw, and I want to emulate for a friend, because I'm like, that looks super interesting, and I can read it.
That looked like it's paintbrush on though.
No, that is about like marker size.
Marker, yeah, because I'm seeing the brush strokes, the bristles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I believe it reads is KRE, and then it's another E.
And
then it looks like an RRE. So like career. I originally read it as creeper, but like a very weird spelling of it.
I can see that.
Like something like that, like creeper.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Just someone's name, so like.
Yeah, it's someone's tag, and I found that super fucking interesting. Just the uniformity of it all.
Honestly, I'm sure it's been done already, but like people have like VTuber logos, and VTuber logos are different from traditional logos, because you gotta incorporate like their color scheme sometimes, or like little elements of their design. It doesn't have to be cute, but like I do traditional logos, so like I struggle. I don't even want to like try my hands on like VTuber logo, but it'd be cool to have like I'm sure it's been done, but like I haven't seen enough of it. But like graffiti style logos would be cool.
Yeah, I would kind of consider my headers as that, because I do them Twitter size for headers.
Okay.
And like for example, that Von Zeo one I showed, this is the reference that I got for it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's really cool. They can just do that. So you do offer them as your commission, right?
Yeah. It's on the VGen, but I don't really plug it that often.
I think you should. I think it's unique. I think right now in this economy, I guess.
That's fair.
We're all struggling to like stand out. Like there's so many like artists, so many like things. Having a little niche is nice, and I think like not enough people are doing this. it'd be cool.
True, but not enough people are wanting it either.
You don't know. If you don't get it out there, you wouldn't know. You know.
I mean, I did like a sale where I had it like 50% off, and I got two commissions. This is one of them.
But then that could also be like bad algorithm, you know. Like,
Probably. Honestly, half of my life is bad algorithm. I feel like half of my entire streaming career can be chalked up to that. Either way, enough about that.
Sorry.
So
yeah,
let's go back to your art style. So
okay,
what led to you morphing into that art style? Because I don't know what it was like before, but what led to you having the style you have now? In more ways than just saying I couldn't do lines.
No. Okay, so I'm trying to think because like I have this thing. I people ask me all the time, and so I tried my hands at drawing digitally, like let's say I think like 7 years ago. So right now it's like 8 years ago. And I was learning at then, right? So I did it for like 2 years before I stopped for 7 years. So there's this massive gap, right? But in the first 2 years, I think that's kind of what defined it. In the first 2 years, I was not very prominent, but I was like drawing on like the online image boards, like where people have like draw threads and people have requests. Yeah. And I figured, it's a good way to like, because I don't want to think about like composition. I want to think about like characters, like interaction, whatever poses. And
I just want to draw.
Yeah, it's usually in these kind of threads, people will have like references like, hey, I want this character doing this in this pose, and they'll have all their references ready. So I just need to put them together, right?
Is it paid?
So no, it's free.
I need to find that.
It's not the same anymore.
I doubt it's the thing.
It's no, I mean it's not like that anymore. Now it's just like, can you draw my character like railing this character? I'm like, no, that's not my thing. I kind of miss it when people were more creative, about it. Like, hey, can you cross like this character and this character, like maybe outfit swap, but then they're doing something really interesting. Now it's just like, my character, let's draw my character or my OC, and this and my waifu and stuff like that. It's like, no, it's not longer interesting. I have to do it on my own.
See, I commissioned a friend of mine the other day, and I was just like, okay, so here's my reference, and then here are like 4 different poses poses and images that I yoinked off of Pinterest, and that's the idea I want. You can do whatever, as long as it's like along the lines of like a similar kind of pose, or just something like that. And he delivered a solid job. He tweeted it yesterday. I know he tweeted it. If anybody wants to go see.
yeah, I would love to see.
I've got the tweet. I'll just link it to you directly.
Okay, look. But yeah, continue on with that. Just while you're preparing this. And so, I was actually very daring. I was completely shameless, by the way. In that I was learning, so I wasn't very good. I was learning, but I'm like, you know what? People are giving me attention because they want free shit, okay? Like, I'm drawing them for free. Like, they'll give you attention. They're like, oh, you're so good.
They will,
and then I was eating it up because I was pretty young back then. I was like, yeah, that's right. I'm the shit. And so I actually got to the point where I streamed my art. Oh, let me look. Oh, that's pretty.
It is. So you started out streaming with your art then?
Yeah. I started. I was like, hey, how would you guys like to watch the process? And so I stream it, and this is dating me, by the way. I'm dating me, like how old I am, which is open secret. But I streamed on live stream.
If you don't mind me asking.
I streamed on livestream.com.
What the fuck is that?
Exactly. Not a lot of people know.
What the fuck is that?
Before Justin TV, there's livestream.com. I think they got acquired by someone. Oh, they got acquired by Vimeo, I think. Vimeo?
By what?
Vimeo.
Oh, the music company.
Yeah. Or the streaming site. Yeah, they got acquired by that, I think. But livestream.com was the thing. And so I would stream on there. So I was pretty OG streamer, okay? But that was the only experience I got. And so I would stream, and people love to backseat the shit out of you, okay? People like to go, are you drawing this character? Whoa, are you like, oh, why don't you draw like that? And so I got fed up, and I
Now
just
make her
wanna, like, mess with
pregnant.
something like that, or like, can you draw this, or are you drawing this? And I'm just like really fed up, so I would mess with them. Okay, and this is where it began. So my style, I don't know if you watch like my time lapse and all that. I kind of like blob things out, shape. I guess put in like random shapes, and I slowly carve it out.
Okay.
It's very fluid. It's very fluid. I don't do like a rough sketch and then like, you know, I guess
It's like that one guy who makes ink monsters.
yeah.
Seen him on
I
shorts.
I don't know what you're talking about, but something probably similar, yeah. And it's because so I started doing that, and people go, "Oh, you're drawing this character," and even if I'm drawing that character, I would switch it off. I was like, just out of spite, I would change it on the go. And so I adopted a style where it was very fluid, you know. And I just like, I'll work on eyes now, and I go over to work on hands. I'll go back to eyes, and I'm gonna do the hair now, and I'll go back to hands and feet. And so I'm all over the place.
You've got that ADHD art style.
Sort of, yeah. I think it drives people insane, but in my mind, it feels interesting. And so because I had that route where I was streaming, and I was like constantly trying to mix things up to be more entertaining, keep people guessing. That kind of, even though I took the 7-year break, and when I came back, my art style is now completely different. Not complete, but you know, it's different.
Yeah.
I kind of have that ingrained into me, where like, and especially now that I'm streaming my art, I want to keep things interesting, right? Not that I'm saying that line art isn't interesting, but you know, I'm not entertaining enough that I can just like do a line art and do like, you know, we're gonna color layer by layer,
Yeah.
and keep people interested.
Bro, that's me.
I'm like, I mean, like, so I am not confident in myself like that, you know. It's like, and so I'm like, okay, well, I want to keep things interesting, and so I keep going in that direction where I'm very flashy in how I draw. You know, I'm all over the place. I'm starting to use like very saturated colors. You know, I do the whole show where like, you know, I start off like at this like random shape, and out of nowhere, if they go on AFK and they come back, and all of a sudden it has an anime face. You know?
I want to see that in action. I want to drop by at some point when you do another art stream, when I get the time and time zones permit it.
Oh, I have time lapses I can link you later. I do
hell yeah.
them. It's on my Twitter right now if you want to see. I'll just link it to you. But yeah, while I'm talking. But because of that, you know, it kind of affected. And also I have my own like, you know, inspirations, like artists I look up to. Are you familiar with the mangaka who did like Blame, Biomega, Knights of Sidonia?
No.
His name is
Not at all.
it's okay. His name is Tsutomu Nihei. And so his style is like, he draws monsters and like people and like stuff like that. It's all black and white, very edgy kind of stuff. So he was an inspiration, and also I love Berserk. You know, I love that style. And so I don't copy, but I do let it influence me. And that's
it's cool to have an artist that you look up to and have them influence your art style. Like for me, for example, I look at Johan from is it Freestyle? Or is Freestyle his name? Wait, I think Freestyle is the art academy thing that is from.
okay.
Let me just find him. I look up to him for when it comes to
Johan.freestyle. I see their Instagram, yeah.
Freestyle, yeah. No, this one.
Oh,
from Fever Cell. Fever Cell is the
Okay.
You just have to say Fever Cell and you know.
Oh, yeah.
This person, Freestyle.
Yeah.
The way he does skin is something else, which I am absolutely in love with.
It is very well rendered skin now.
Yes.
Let me show you something you might be interested in, okay?
Okay.
You can show just have you one, but like, let me show you something. I have a nice gender bend version of my character. My character is by the way a shapeshifter, so I can be any gender. I can like.
You're literally an eldritch blob.
Yeah, so I tell people like, you want to draw me with massive booba, go for it. I'll even thank you for it. But I commissioned this from a friend. She does really nice skin too. But let me just show you this.
Does it have Tum Tum? If it has Tum Tum, it's an instant 10 out of 10.
Yeah, go for it. here. Or Steve.
Ooh,
Look at
that's
the wet,
good.
look at the skin. Yeah, look at the feet.
No, I don't look at feet. No, I don't look at feet. My channel already thinks I like feet. I'm not looking at them.
Okay.
I like that. That's
Right?
good.
Oh man, it's like okay. It's like I also know someone who does really nice skin. It's like
link me their ad. I want to see if I can afford them. I want to see if I can afford them for the future.
I'll hook you up.
Hell yeah. Also, I just noticed we're Scar buddies. We've got a scar over the same eye.
Yeah. Yeah, we can talk about the design later, but yeah,
I mean, why not just go into it now?
Oh,
So
we could.
let me then ask you. So what
official.
inspired your design?
Okay, so let's see. The thing is that people keep like I have a lot of viewers just like random just asking these questions, so I do answer them a lot. I have like say I have a prepared answer. Let's see. So basically when I my model artist is a Matsushima. I don't know if you know them.
That doesn't sound familiar.
Okay, don't worry. They've been popping off lately, but I kind of approached Matsushima not knowing what I want. So yes, I was one of those people I warned you people. I'm the type that I warn people about, but I wasn't sure because I wasn't even gonna go into VTubing. I was doing it out of just like it was fun. It was affordable at the time, but I was able to, and I was already into VTubers, so I'm like, you know what, it'd be cool to have a model that I can mess around with, not necessarily stream, and so when I contacted her, it was straight up like, yeah, I'm kind of interested. I love your style. I don't know what I want just yet, so we'll just go. I'll trust your judgment for now, but if I have any ideas, I'll let you know. And then we went from there to there's a wait list, obviously, and by the time she got to me, like let's see, I think like 4 months later, the shared Google Drive we have has over like 30 or 40 images. Okay, I have all my design notes, I have references. I was like, I really went ham on it, and so basically, long story short, everything about this character is just personal preferences. I do have like some character I base it off of roughly, almost in name only. But then everything else, like, so I like white hair. Okay?
Yes,
it's like I'm very biased to like white or gray or like just silver anime hair.
Yeah.
And so in my notes, one of the top ones, like, I want white hair. I like short hair. It has to be short. And then I basically just put in all my preferences.
I've got a love-hate with short hair. Sometimes it looks cool, sometimes it's on a character I hate.
Oh, okay. By association, then. By association, not the actual style. So just by association.
Well, sometimes the style too. It really depends.
Well, my hairstyle right now is roughly just like what I like. Just kind of.
Yeah, no, the hairstyle you've got now is kind of messy, and I like it.
Yeah, and my number one goal, because at that point I was drawing a lot of VTuber fan art. I'm like, man, it'd be nice to get fan art of my own. So aside from like personal preferences, like aesthetics wise, I also have my character needs to be simpable.
Fair. No, that's true.
I do have some people who like my character, and it's like, okay, that's good. And my third goal is like, I want fan art, so I can't be too complicated. I would love to have fan art, or like I would love to, even if I'm commissioning someone, I want people to look at it, it's like, okay, I can do this one without turning me down. So I can't be too complicated, but I also want to leave myself open to a lot of different interpretations. So, which is why I'm like, I like this whole shapeshifter thing. So like, you can draw me whatever you want,
Yeah.
As long
Anyway,
as it doesn't get me in trouble. Yeah.
As long as it doesn't get you in trouble.
Yeah, if it's controversial, I am cutting association. I don't know you.
Have you had such an experience?
No,
Luckily
my community is my community is like usually my community is like mostly full of like VTubers and other like artists. So they have to like they have to like watch out for themselves as well. So they're not gonna like touch any of these controversial things.
By controversial, do you perhaps mean a 4-letter word that starts with an L?
I don't mind, if they do that, it's fine. Just don't like make me naked while you're doing that,
Okay, that's fair.
or put in my tag, like, it's just things people like, as my model is as a content creator, like online on Twitter especially.
Yeah.
If there's like a small chance that someone might be offended, no matter how reasonable, improbable, then I'm not gonna do it. It's not worth that trouble. So if
Honestly,
there's, like, a
I'm of the
trend-
mindset of like, if it's gonna be a very small group of people who are gonna be who are not gonna like it, I'm like, okay, but if the vast majority likes it, then it's for them.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that too, but just like I'm at the point in my life where I'm just like, yeah, I just don't, I'm just too tired.
Yeah.
I don't need to deal with this. It's like most of the time it's just not worth it. It's like I can just do another trend.
Yeah,
like
that's
sure
fair.
I can ignore them. I can tune them out, but like, I weigh the pros and cons. Like, yeah, no, I am the amount of like pros I'm gonna gain from this is not worth it. Or having that just having.
Sometimes
hate
the
me in
cons
general.
outweigh the pros.
Yeah. So I do a lot of pros and cons, and for the most part, I'm not calling people. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I'm desperate, but sometimes I'm not so desperate that I am willing to like put up with shit.
Desperate how? Wait, what do you mean you're desperate for art?
No, not art. I'm desperate to like grow as a YouTuber, grow as an artist. So if I see a trend, I'm just saying like in general, like if I see a trend, I always weigh the pros and cons.
Dude,
should I hop on this trend?
I feel the same.
So-
I'm just as desperate to try and go, but I fucking hate most of the trends that happen.
Yeah, like,
so I rarely ever partake in any of the trendy stuff.
I've recently been starting to, but again, I am not, desperate enough that I would sell my soul, basically.
Yeah.
So if I find something that only if it's fun and I'm willing to, it's something that I am happy about doing, then I will do it. And again, I also weigh the pros and cons. Sorry, because continuing on. See, this is what I told you before we started. Like, I'm gonna like drone on and on. Okay.
No, that's fine.
This is the part I didn't warn you about. I am known to do like 16-hour streams, which is nothing but talking. Okay.
Yeah, I would have known if I did my background check.
I'm very chatty sometimes.
That's fine.
So going back to the character. Okay, so those are my main goals, and one of the inspiration I had was I like at that point I kind of established myself as like I like drawing monster girls.
Yeah.
I like drawing like weird like eldritch or like weird things.
Yeah.
And I figured, you know what? I
I've
also want to
noticed.
stand out. Yeah, I also want to stand out. And like again, I'm not calling anyone out, but I'm like I mean, there's a lot of animal themed VTubers already, and
Definitely.
I'm not confident in myself to stand out with my personality and at that point I didn't even I've never like, outside of just no microphone streaming like maybe 10-15 years ago on livestream.com for like a couple streams. I have no experience, so I've never done this, and so I'm like, okay, well, I don't know how I'm gonna fare. I'm not I don't know if my personality will even attract people. People actually even enjoy my rambles and stuff, and so I'm gonna bank on having a unique model, and so I
have that pull them in. First impressions, they're important.
You do want to you do need stuff to pull people in, but whether or not you keep them around, that's up to your own personality, your hard work, and all that. But it is nice to have that something to pull people in.
Yeah, which is why I've got boobs.
I consider that, by the way. That's not. I'm like, I do like boobs, but I'm like, I can't. And this is nothing against people doing that, okay? So, and obviously you're comfortable with it, but I just can't imagine my voice. And obviously I'm not. I don't know about you, but most people don't like their own voice. It's just a natural thing.
Oh yeah, so, no. It's definitely a thing that to get used to. It's not. I don't think anybody just starts off with hey, yeah, no, I fucking love my voice, unless they do. Yeah, that's the exception, though.
Oh no, I grew to love my voice now, or not love, but just tolerate, I guess.
Yeah.
because I think it's something that you do, like when you're streaming and you talk a lot, eventually you just kind of you just become numb to it. But
Yeah, especially when it comes to editing any kind of clips or any videos or anything like that. If you have to listen to your voice, you're gonna get used to it eventually.
I have a habit of I don't do clips yet. That's one thing I need to improve. But I have a habit of going through my VODs just for self-improvement purposes, right? To see if I'm missing anything. Should I be more
never
proactive?
go through my VODs. That's like the number one advice everybody gives to small streamers. They're like, go through your VODs. And I'm like, I don't have the time to sit through 4 hours.
No. Don't look at the whole thing. Just skim through it. I don't know. My VODs are like 8 hours long. Okay, I'm not gonna spend 8 hours. I just skim through it, and usually I'm just looking for like technical issues. Like maybe like sometimes chat is too nice. Chat won't tell you. If you go like, chat, how do I sound? You sound like shit, but chat won't tell you. They're like, oh,
my chat will.
Okay, you have a very
my chat will say I sound like shit even if I don't.
They're just helping you. They're
just to see me struggling. Just to see me struggling with, hey, is it better now?
It's mine. No, mine does now, but like mine, they don't want to worry me, or like they know I get stressed out, so they tolerate it. Obviously, it's not like complete shit, but like they'll tolerate it, and I'm like, just please tell me. Like I might be frustrated, but I'd rather know and fix it.
Yeah.
And look at, and going back to VOD, seeing it, and I'm like, oh my god, I went on for 6 hours because of that. Sorry. Okay. Well,
no.
Attention again. So because I hated my voice at the time, I couldn't imagine my voice coming out like a cute anime girl. Okay.
Initially, I couldn't either.
I mean, like, I have a lot of friends who are what's that term?
Bobby Niku?
Nico, yeah, and like, it's all good. They make it work, and that's fine.
There was a point where I didn't know, when I was using this model, I didn't know what the fuck Bobby Niku was. I didn't know of the term, and then one of my guests pointed it out. They said it's Bobby Niku, and I'm like, wait, dude, that's fucking that's perfect. I don't have to say it's just like a gender bend, or it's like
you don't have to explain too much. It's like, yeah, it's a thing. Look it up. A lot of successful VTubers, like male VTubers, use female avatars. I know a couple.
Porcelain Mate is the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Porcelain Mate.
Joel.
And I know, there's a whole bunch. Like there's nothing wrong with it. I don't have to explain too much. Just go, yeah, I'm part of this.
Bobby Niku, go look it up.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's it.
And so at that point, I couldn't kind of imagine, my voice coming out like a cute avatar, especially when I'm trying to like, base this avatar off like, my, I guess, like aesthetically pleasing, like my personal, like my own, And so I settled for the next best thing. So why don't I just have ambiguous, not ambiguous, like
androgynous, yeah,
androgynous, like just kind of like character. So not quite, obviously I'm male, I sound male and all that, but I'm just going for like no gender, because I can be whatever, but for personal purpose, I still like girls, and so it's just like how whenever I play an RPG game, I always make female characters.
Same.
And so I did ask for my character to be more, I guess, not quite a femboy, but more feminine.
Have a couple more feminine features.
Yes.
Like you're not gonna be all Ikemen like.
Oh yeah, no,
you're not gonna be commissioning, what's their name? Jovu.
But I have this. Let me show you this real quick. It's because it's funny. Just because like my friend drew it.
Oh damn!
I hope you hate it.
Nah, I love it.
Yeah,
I'll share it in chat for our viewers to see it as well. Open it in a new tab. That's amazing.
I have a friend who she just awakened to drawing people like with muscles, so she's been drawing a lot of us with muscles, and so I plan on doing something with this. I'm gonna make it's gonna be JoJo related. Don't worry.
I can see that. I can definitely see how that will work.
It might be JoJo related. It might involve the Pillar Men, so we'll see.
I've not watched JoJo. I don't know. Oh wait, the Pillar Men. That sounds familiar.
The theme song. You surely know the theme song. It's like people use it in memes all the time.
No,
But
I
yeah,
don't think I do. I was thinking
kinda-
of
that's
something
kinda-
else.
Oh. But yeah, that's kind of the direction I went in. And so I also I don't know if you are familiar with he's not technically a Lovecraft character, but he's involved in the mythos. Are you familiar with the mythos? Like these like obviously everyone knows Cthulhu, but
Yeah.
do you know the King in Yellow?
The King in Yellow.
Yeah, Haster.
I
Haster
do not.
King in Yellow.
I'll look him up real
He's like-
quick.
Yeah, look him up. He's
King
he's
in
basically
Yellow.
Cthulhu's half brother.
Okay.
And so traditionally, he's always like a person in like a yellow robe, with a crown and all that. And
Okay,
so
yeah, I see.
wanted to base my characters off that, and I wanted to have a more modernized look. So if I just show off some of the and I guess the again the iconic thing is they have a hood. They actually have a mask too, but I'm more of a modern anime take. Okay, so I have like I'm going with like a more modern jacket instead of a robe.
Mm.
I got my hood, I got my crown, and obviously, you got, because it's an Eldritch, I do have like
You do gotta have them. You've gotta have the
got
tenties.
I got the tentacles, I got the tentacles, So yeah, so with that character as a base, I'm like, okay, well, with that character, like Lovecraft characters in general, or just the mythos characters in general, the Eldritch characters, they usually change shapes.
Yeah.
Like they're shapeshifters. So it allows me a lot of freedom. It allows artists to draw me a lot of freedom. If you look, I don't know, like you can look at my art tag later. People have been creative. And I encourage it, and that's exactly what I want. Art. Okay.
Want more art.
So
That
I want
was-
more art. It's like,
That was
Yeah.
actually the original inspiration behind the gender bend. So I had a lot of artist friends, and
okay,
a lot of them only drew women. And
like myself.
yeah, and initially I had an Ikemen model design, and
okay.
one of my friends gender bent me, and I was like, you know what, that's hot. I like that. Then
That's
when
hot.
yeah.
yeah.
Then
no,
when I
that's
when I
valid.
got my
That's-
second model, I actually commissioned a proper gender bend design, so that there's something to base it off of. And I got a couple more art, and then I got this model, and I've gotten very few, which is the strange thing. When I was a guy, I got more gender bent artwork than when I was using a female model.
your current model is great. Very waifu material.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think so too. I love it.
No, I think that's I like the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Also, oni like anime girls, great, good stuff, good shit.
There's unfortunately
Oni
too
on.
many of us, though.
That's the thing, right? So I'm like, I want to stand out, That's why
Yeah.
I went with like something.
But
Honestly, if you
back
look
when I
at my-
started, it wasn't that there weren't that many demons around.
Yeah.
It's just now.
No, you see, that's what I'm gonna get into. So, like, if you look, if you eventually like you find your way to like my model artists, like look at their portfolio, their like character designs. When they design a lot of characters, I probably have like over 300 or 400 something like VTuber siblings out.
Damn.
They're pumping them out like crazy.
Damn.
But it's mostly animal themed, right?
Yeah.
It's animal themed with like very like tech wear, like like Arknights fashion kind of deal. Which is why I chose them in the first place, because I like that fashion, and I wanted to be different. So at that time, there were one or two Eldritch ones, but I kind of stood out. and they're like, if you go through like their character design sheet, the couple that all the Eldritch ones stood out, and there's only a small handful of us. Everyone else just like has animal ears and stuff.
Everybody else is a kimono mimi.
Yeah, which is fine. Like, I appreciate it. Again, I'm just like confident that I have enough like of I guess like a personality to keep people around when there's like better like fox girls around,
Yeah. Speaking of fox girls, inflammatory question: fox girls or cat girls? Which ones are better?
Fox girls.
Yes, you answered correctly. Thank you.
I am fox girls, and may I point you in a friend of mine? Okay, she's a fox girl and she's a great streamer. She's very like I'm sure you'll enjoy watching her.
Is it
I'm just gonna
Fox?
put it in here. Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, it's in her name. It's in her name.
Well, yeah. It would be ironic if she was like a wolf.
Oh, there you go. You can go check her out later.
I will. Thank you.
But
yeah,
just,
no. So let me get us back on track a bit.
back on track. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've asked you what were some of your inspirations for your design, but let's ask. So what actually inspired you to start VTubing? What led you down the rabbit hole? How did you discover it?
Oh, okay. I don't want to be one of those people who's like, oh yeah, I discovered them before it was like, popular. I didn't want to be one of those, but I started watching like VTubers during the Kizuna Ai days. So,
Yeah.
the old school ones.
school.
Yeah, not live. Those are all pre-rendered. So,
Yeah.
and I adore Hime Hina. I don't know if you know who they are.
Oh.
They're one of the old school. They're still active now, but I was like, I love them, and I couldn't get into. Obviously, I don't know that too much Japanese, so the thought of watching like a live VTuber,
Who
never
is
crossed my mind.
Nihongo?
Like, never crossed my mind because I'm like, I won't be able to understand the stream, right?
Yeah.
Little, but then that's like everyone now these days. They don't understand it, but they just like, hey, they're cute and they make funny noises,
You're there
And
for
it's
the
the same-
noises, not for the speaking.
But same for like the Japanese viewers who go to like the the English side. It's like I don't understand a single word she's saying, but they're cute, and but it's before that. So what really got me into watching the live one is actually Fubuki. I know. It's like, oh, of course. I mean,
Okay.
I did answer. I like Fox Girls,
Fox
right?
Girls,
So
let's go.
So
And
Fubuki
white
from
hair.
Hololive. Yeah, yeah. You seen the. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
She fits two of your
You've seen the-
criteria.
Yeah.
I'm seeing
So-
your type.
So fun. Okay, a quick little fact. I actually inquired Mito Sensei about a model,
Yeah.
and I could afford Mito Sensei, but the thought of like having a very famous like artist slash siblings, too intimidating for a nobody. If I was like
Bro,
like a
no,
seasoned,
I would
like,
jump at that.
No, if I was like a seasoned VTuber, like I had some experience in, and I knew I actually like streaming and stuff like that, I would jump on it. But at that point, I've never even streamed. I never done like proper streaming. I never like do like I didn't have any background, so I was just like, yeah, no, I don't want to cave under the pressure. It's because it's too much
Okay, yeah, that's
pressure.
fair.
People
How about
place
now,
pressure on
though?
you, Now I probably would. I'll be shameless about it. I'm not confident that I am a very good streamer, but I am at least comfortable enough being on stream that I don't think I'll be too worked up about it.
Yeah.
I can be I can make it work, hopefully. But yeah, so Fubuki was playing one of my favorite games, which is Ace Combat games. Okay. And she
Okay.
was playing Ace Combat 7. And I'm like, you know what? I played that game before. I don't need to understand dialogue because she's just flying the plane and I don't need to understand her. I know the game enough that I just want to watch her fly around and see how she does it.
Yeah.
And so when I jumped on it, I was like, oh, it's basically, I don't know if you've seen that meme image of it's a drawing, right? It was a drawing of some guy walking along this whole big pit, this big bottomless pit, and they tripped on like a I don't know, get like a whole like clip or something. They
Oh
thumbnail,
no.
and they fall into this like never.
Oh,
they
no.
fall into this like deep
Yeah,
pit.
that's how you fell down the hole.
Yeah, and then all these like you see all these like the pit just like it's the wall, the wall lining just like, it's pitch black, but then you can make all these like thumbnails of like VTuber all that clip. And then with like a very ominous like
The pecora laugh.
the pecora, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, that image is great. I kept. Oh, that's actually pretty good.
That was horrible. What do you mean?
But yeah, so and then down we go the rabbit hole, and I just say I'm a big whale. I had a decent income back then, but not anymore. Not anymore. I'm broke
Not
now.
anymore. You're broke.
And-
Let's go, broke
Yeah.
gang.
Once you become a VTuber, you got to start simping your own VTuber too, you know.
Yeah,
And all of a
because you
sudden,
can't
like,
afford
my,
to simp for anybody else.
yeah, all of a sudden my whaling, my simping fund just dried up.
I wonder why.
But I was very like active in Fubuki's community, at least on the English side.
Okay.
And then obviously from there, you know, you have everything else. But Fubuki was the first like live VTuber I watched, and so you asked about the inspiration too. I don't know how familiar you are with her, and but like I do like how she does her stream. Like she just have fun, but she also doesn't like let like I'm not gonna talk about certain incidents, but when certain incidents happen and people were kind of like not picking sides, but like, you know, just like she basically burned a massive bridge to stand with her friends. You know, she's like she's gonna support her fellow colleagues, her friends. I was Coco.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She basically burned her bridge, her big income, you know, and she got like so much flack for it. And to me, that was like, oh my god, like, you know, I'm gonna support this person forever. Like, I really
Coco.
respect that, and like I really respect like just Fubuki, and like, you know, just, you know, basically she values her friends over, like, you know, all that, and she took a lot of shit for it. Like I was active in the community at the time, so there was like a lot of like spam going on in the chat. There was like really awful like things being put into her tags on Twitter.
Yeah.
That, I kind of like, hey Isu, welcome in. I know Isu, so sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no, the stream elements, I don't know. Sometimes stream elements catches subs, sometimes it don't.
But yeah, so I'm like, so that's kind of what I base off my my VTubing thing is like, I don't want to be that person to like I'm desperate to grow. I'm not gonna resort to like, you know, stepping on others or just like taking advantage. And so that part really influenced me. I just see like, you know, well, if you're someone who they're doing well now, but they basically burned a lot of like a very big bridge, and that's where most of our revenue came from.
Oh, definitely.
So like, yeah, so I'm like, okay, I want to be someone who can like, you know, like grow, you know, to be as big as they're, you know, or just like, you know, successful, but also not let it compromise me. Like I can still like, you know, and so that's kind of like my motto too when I stream, like not trying to like make myself sound like a, you know, like really good and all that, but like ever since I started streaming, I have made it my not priority, like I can't do it as a priority anymore, but I really went out my way to make sure I help as much people as I can.
Okay.
And I'm definitely in the let's grow together instead of like, you know, taking advantage. So I've been doing a lot of you know, like, you know, support and or like, you know, try to help people when I can. You know, I need to help myself too, but like, you know, I'm not like a big shot, but like I'll help when I can. So I've been doing that a lot, and that's just part of my I guess my identity now too. Okay. Or like just part of how I do the thing. So yeah, so Fubuki was an influence, and then obviously afterwards I started watching the when the boom happened, and you have a lot of these
now you have all of the English
and indies. You'll find that I tend to gravitate towards more of the I'll still watch some of the other ones, but I'll gravitate to ones that are more like community based, and not that I want attention, but like more like I like the ones where, you know, it's very chill environment and
Mume.
And people like and people are nice to each other, you know, and they're because I also pay attention to what they do outside of streaming, you know, like on their, obviously not in their personal lives, that'd be creepy, but as like, you know, as their VTuber persona, you know, what they do outside, and it's yeah, so I kind of like that. And so I have a lot. I'm a big VTuber. I have a few friends who also push, like, I couldn't say they're like my big inspiration or motivation or influence into becoming a VTuber, but I did have, when I was floating around the idea, I did have a couple people kind of basically push me into like, you should do it, you know.
Yeah.
One of them stopped streaming now, but one of the biggest one is Kapache. I don't know if you know her.
Doesn't sound familiar. There are so many VTubers.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, but she basically kind of. I have a couple friends like that. They kind of like, it's like, try it. Hey, we'll support you. Try it. And so I don't have like big inspirations or influence to become VTubers. I do have a lot of supportive VTuber friends and artist friends who basically told me to give it a try. Yeah, they kind of pushed. I was on the fence about it, you know.
Yeah.
And it was more for fun. But now I really want to do it as like a kind of like a career kind of thing. So I am trying very hard.
Okay.
But yeah, I have a lot of people push me in that direction.
And then yep, go on.
No. Sorry. I'm waiting.
No, I wanted to go on to the next question.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. That's why I stopped.
Okay. So the next question that I wanted to ask, which I feel like we've kind of touched on, what's your lore?
Mm-hmm.
The one question that catches many people, of course.
I don't exactly have a character lore because we kind of touched upon that, didn't we? Like, I just exist.
Yeah.
I just want to get into this VTuber things because I thought that'd be cool, and my character design is completely based off of my own aesthetic sense, you know. And so I don't actually roleplay either.
I don't roleplay either.
Yeah, nothing wrong against it, of course. You know, it's just that, again, it's just on me. So like when I stream, this is me. Like this is just how I am in real life. Maybe a little more reserved sometimes. I kind of filter myself sometimes, just so I don't go too crazy. But you know, it's just me. I don't put on a new persona and then whatever. It's just me. And so because I have that kind of thing going on, I never really thought about like writing out or thinking up like a lore for my character.
Yeah.
Again, nothing wrong with that. Like I think that's really cool. I have a lot of. I just like personally, I can't think of anything, and I don't feel the need to. But design lore, you know, like we do. Like I know people like, you know, when it comes to lore, and then the chat or your community will make references to a lore, you know, like for example, like, oh, I'm a divine dragon. Oh, you know, we'll make references to like, you know, divine dragon related things.
Yeah.
I do have like, you know, we do reference like, you know, Lovecraft and stuff like that. You know, I'll call like whenever I play like a Lovecraft related game, I'll just call them my cousins. You know, it's like, oh, let's go visit the cousins, you know.
Let's go visit cousin Cthulhu.
Yeah, half brother actually, you know.
All right.
And did you know? And everyone's like, oh yeah, when I play like shooter games that involves Lovecraft, everyone's like, oh, don't you feel bad? It's like, no. You see, canonically, Cthulhu and Hastur, like my character, hated each other. They want to kill each other. So we're good. We're good. But yeah,
my question is though. My question is, how the fuck does Cthulhu have a mother?
They don't.
How are they half brothers then? Who's the other half?
They share like the same. They share the same origin. Just like
I feel like that's a plot hole. I feel like Lovecraft was too lazy.
No, they have mothers. I know they do have. Wait, they do have females, but I think they're more like they just got created, you know, by a god, you know. So
I'm calling sus on that. I want to see. I want to see the Cthulhu's mom. I wonder if she. I'm not taking that thought further. You can. You can think where that went.
You might want to cease, but if you are interested, just a simple Google will net you a lot of interesting results.
Mommy Cthulhu. That's something that I didn't think would come out of my mouth.
There's a female Cthulhu already, you know. There's a Cthulhu dating sim.
There is, yeah.
You're
so
right. It's gonna be out there. But yeah, so because of that, I don't have an official character lore, but I do play into the, you know, into the character sometimes. Always make references, especially when you do anything Lovecraft related.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Oh, I like that. And then
surprisingly, I'm gonna add this real quick. Surprisingly,
yeah.
I found out a lot of artists turned VTubers. A lot, not like 100%, but a lot of artists who just like, you know, they draw enough. They're like, it'll be fun to have. I stream anyways. Might as well have a
VTuber. Yeah.
A lot of those don't start off with lore because it's just like a fun thing. We just have this character.
Yeah, no, you don't need lore.
Yeah. So I think if you interview if you interview some artists, some of them might be in the same boat as me.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
lore
this
usually comes
potential-
after the fact, if we're going to be honest. In most of the
Oh, yeah.
cases, the lore comes after the fact.
Yeah, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna like completely write off having a character lore, but just for now, I don't feel the need to because I'm just having fun as
Yeah.
me. But I'm an anime character, you know.
But okay, then the next question that I have for you is, have you heard of FNV.crd.co? Well, that's the sponsor for this episode. I'm joking. No, I'm just quickly gonna do. I'm just quickly gonna do my plugs for
It's
the
my
for the
favorite
1 hour
show
mark.
on YouTube. I watch it all the time. It changed my life forever.
Did you know that it's also available on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and Anchor FM?
Oh no way!
We've got audio-only versions. You can find all of it at fnv.crd.co.
Whoa, that's amazing.
And you know, if you're a VTuber, which it seems like you are, would you be interested in coming on the show?
That's me. Yes.
Well,
I love to be on such a show. It sounds amazing.
well, it would make you very happy then to hear that there is a Google Forms link that you can fill out to apply to be a guest for
Amazing.
season 2.
Amazing. Even in the form of a Google form for convenience.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, you can just sign up right there. All
Damn,
can
and
be
I
found on fnv.crd.co, and then you can be an amazing guest like my wonderful guest here, Merpperoni. Make sure you can check him out on Twitter,
I
Twitch,
get to be
YouTube,
like
and
Merpperoni.
everywhere.
Amazing.
Exactly.
Nice plug, by the way.
Thank you. That's the first time I've ever done it like that. It helps that you played along.
I feel like, you know, honestly, I've done a couple of like sponsored ones where, like, you know, obviously I'm trying to sell stuff. Like, I like to meme it.
I've never actually gotten a sponsor, but I like advertising it as like doing these plugs so that in the future, if I'm like, hey, or if somebody wants to sponsor the show, then I can be like, hey, you can see my catalog of ad reads where I've done my own thing.
I gotta show you my scuff ads I make. Usually like, you know, 30 minutes. You know, when I was trying to sell like an energy drink, it was like, it's like tired of it's like, is your favorite streamer Merpperoni streaming at DGen hours again? You know, tired of falling asleep and being made fun of by your fellow peers for, you know, sleeping through the stream, blah blah blah. You know, and they're like, man,
well,
that
you
sounds
should not
amazing.
sleep on Monster Energy.
No, they're like, man, that sounds amazing, but my mom taught me never to buy energy drinks unless it's at least 30% off. It's like, well, buddy, it's your lucky day because starting today,
With code MERP.
wow, amazing. No, I can be cool like Merp. Yay! And then we play silly sound effects. That's usually how I plug my stuff.
You know, here, the listeners of FNV, we consider ourselves a frugal bunch. So, my advice is to never buy anything full price. But luckily,
Yeah.
if you're in the mood for having some nice, clean-shaven pool balls, go check out Manscaped.
Yo, are you? Oh, God, I want to get sponsored by Manscaped.
Me too.
Yeah, we should reach out.
We
I
should.
learned this like, you know, as again, I'm not very seasoned streamer, but like I learned that you kind of just have to be kind of shameless. Reach out to them. Don't let them reach out to you. If they have an inquiry email, reach out to them.
Yeah, no,
Just go like,
I would do that with Monster, except they don't. And I just need to get to a size like where Aqua got sponsored by Red Bull. I just need to get there and then be like, yo, Monster, I've been drinking your shit daily and on every single stream since I've started. Where's my sponsor? Where's my can? Come on, I've got it already designed. I've spared you all the work. There you go.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair.
I've got all the commercial rights too.
I was about to ask, like, is that a flavor? I'm guessing that's a Zara flavor now.
It
Okay,
is.
I see.
It is. You know what
Yeah.
flavor I would make it if I did get a custom Monster can?
Okay, go on.
Either strawberry,
Okay.
but I think that might be weird as
Might be too
a
plain.
energy drink.
Might be too. No, not quite. Not quite. You
No?
know, but it might. No, but it might not be special enough. Like it's already like Like I do energy drink. I have energy drink like partnership, but it's a pre-mixed ones, right? It's not like Monster and all that. It's one of the many.
It's like G Fuel,
like
Gamer
that, yeah.
Subs, Poggers.
Yeah.
Is it Poggers?
No, I'm with Rogue.
Oh, okay.
And so with like with those like you usually have like honestly people buy it more for the flavor because like energy drink tastes like energy drink, so they buy. So strawberry sounds nice, but it might be too plain. You might have to like mix something in there, like I don't know, passion fruit.
Well,
or,
see,
like,
the other flavor that I was thinking was pineapple.
well,
How
why
about
not
we
have-
mix those?
Yeah,
Pineapple strawberry.
exactly.
And then it can
Yeah,
still be
sounds
kind of red.
That sounds amazing. Yeah, go for it.
Some red and yellow.
So you just write it down.
Write it
So
down.
like if you,
Yeah.
when
No,
you
I didn't even
eventually
have to write it down. It's in my head. Got it.
Yeah, when you eventually like contact like Monster, you have the
Like,
whole
yo.
thing planned out.
Yo, I
Yeah.
got the exact flavor profile. My brother's a biochemist or a biochem student, and he got his master's. I could just be like, hey, make this flavor for me. Could not really. They did that once when they made the banana flavor, which is apparently super
Oh.
fucking easy to do.
I don't know about that, Chief. Banana flavored.
I hate banana
carbonated
flavored
banana
anything.
I
Yeah,
can-
no.
Not pure banana, but I can have like a banana smoothie, because it's nice. But like a banana and like strawberry and whatever, like as a base, like banana is like the thickener and the base, or like that's fine. But like
Yeah,
just plain banana and it's
I
carbonated.
don't know. I don't know.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
I've got a very much hate-love relationship with banana. Like, I enjoy the fruit on its own, and I enjoy banana bread, but anything else, if it has like banana in it, it ruins the taste for me. I don't know why.
It's just understand. Like some some people just like have different reactions to it. Like I can't handle avocados. I know it's heresy to.
No, I'm with you.
Okay.
I hate
I don't
avo.
mind the taste. I don't mind the taste. I can eat avocados. I don't mind the taste. It's the texture. The texture just triggers like a gag reflex. So I just
Yeah.
the mushiness just makes me want to puke. But if you have like a small amount, like a dab of it, like to enhance like a sushi, I'm all for it. It's just certain things like boiled eggplants. I can't do that either. But
Oh,
if
it
you deep
feels so
fried
mushy.
eggplants, yeah, if you deep fry an eggplant like a tempura, I can.
That shit's amazing.
I'm not gonna be excited, but I'll be able to eat it.
Yeah.
Some people cilantro, some people taste soap, like me. It's perfectly it's perfectly normal.
I don't
So
know if
we
I've
just-
had cilantro.
it is a thing. Some people genuinely taste soap, and you can imagine how awful that is.
Yeah. It's actually it's like that with me with anything mint flavored. Mint flavored stuff just tastes like toothpaste. I'm sorry to say.
So you're not pro mint chocolate chip ice cream then?
That's different. Mint, when it comes to
wait.
chocolate, does not taste like it. Mint flavored
Okay,
anything
okay.
else.
Okay, no, that's okay. That's valid. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Just by itself. Okay, so
Yeah.
you can't. So do you not chew gum?
I do, but I'd chew flavored gum.
Okay, so it's not like the spearmint and stuff like that.
No,
Okay.
no, I hate spearmint. Spearmint is horrible.
Okay.
Only on toothpaste does it work. I'm sorry. I hate spearmint in any other form. Yes, that
Yeah,
includes
that
ice cream. It tastes better as ice cream, but anything is better than mint ice cream in my opinion. I just generally don't like mint. It's such a basic bitch thing.
I feel like you'll be in agreement with this, but okay. First of all, I don't typically like. I feel like Haagen-Dazs is overrated, but
We don't have Haagen-Dazs here.
it's overpriced. Okay, it's overrated, but there is one flavor I feel like Haagen-Dazs stands above all else. Other brands, it's their strawberry flavor. Okay.
Okay.
It's really like the strawberry flavor. So the ice cream itself is very rich. Like use a lot of milk and all that. So it's very rich. Okay, it's almost like not quite
Yeah.
a yogurt, but it's very rich. But they have these frozen strawberry bits in there.
Ooh,
like
so they have
chunks
like
there.
actual strawberry chunks in it.
Actual strawberry.
Okay,
In addition to the really like rich, creamy like strawberry ice cream.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm sure there's other brands that do it, but like for me, like I
Haagen
will
Dazs
always
has
get
done the
Haagen-Dazs
best.
next strawberry. They got it down. They got it down. I will shell out money for that. Otherwise, I feel like the other flavors I can get, a cheaper brands.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
better. But yeah,
Support the competitors. But okay, then moving on from our ice cream and flavor debacle. Let me ask you. So, what would you say is your? What would you say fascinates you the most about VTubing? If you could say it in 2 sentences.
2 sentences, like.
Yeah.
Well, and I think this is a very common. And I'm sure I'm sure you ask people or your guests this question. I wonder if this is like a very common answer, but the main appeal is like, well, 1, I get to be an anime character, but 2, it's mostly like you're free to be whatever you're more free to be whatever you can be whatever you like. You can be whatever you want, and you can be more free to yourself. Like some people, like I'm not like super like I'm confident, but at the same time I'm like super confident in my appearance, so I am kind of like I am kind of against like showing my face on stream. But having this having an avatar is it lets me be more. Again, I'm not a super introvert, okay? But having on camera like in front of strangers does trigger some sort of like kind of like confidence kind of thing, like this little like insecurity and all that. So having an avatar, being anime is like a bonus too, but like having an avatar really helps. Helps me be more expressive. I can be wacky, and also I can make funny faces that I'll never make if I'm using a real face.
Like never in my life would I stick my tongue out on face cam or do an eye go. But if I'm using my model and it's got the capabilities, bro, I'm doing it.
I always wondered, and
you gotta pay me to do it though.
I understand they won't do this because of like potential security risks, but it'll be funny if like VTube Studio has like an option to record, so I can like go back and see like my face during like after a stream, like all the stupid exaggerated faces I've been making to like move
to make sure that all of the parameters get maxed out.
Yeah. I'm really curious to see what it looks like from my iPhone's perspective. After a stream. That'd be really funny, but yeah, I can
just have a highlight reel of all of the weird faces you pulled.
Yeah, that'd be funny. I always wondered, but yeah, again, I can do like very exaggerated thing. I can do things that I otherwise are not comfortable with. So that's like the biggest like fascination, and also again, we get to be anime waifus or husbandos or whatever you want.
Facts.
That is like a number 1. Okay,
you get to be the marketable plushie.
I would love to have a plushie, but it's so hard to get to the point where you can have a market unless you have a lot of money.
Yeah, no, at some point I will. I'm willing it into existence. It's a goal. Speaking of goals, let me ask you. So, what were some of the goals you set yourself when you started VTubing?
I like to set my goals just like I do in real life in manageable chunks. It's nice to have like a dream goal, like as in like at the very end of the line, probably not achievable, but it's nice to have something big and nearly impossible to aim for.
Hitting 100K.
Yeah, something like that. But I like to have like milestones in between, like manageable, like believable, manageable milestones. And so I know you asked me about VTuber, but I started out as an artist, right? And my art miles like goals that were basically I want to get to the point where people can just like look at my art, regardless if it's like high quality or not. I could just be like a doodle or scribble or not.
I know your art
drawing
style.
on my not. Yeah, and they'll go like, oh yeah, Merp drew that.
You want to have your goal is to have a recognizable art style.
Yes. So that was my goal, and I think I achieved that somewhat. So I'm very happy about that. But that was like number 1 goal as an art. And obviously right now I want to grow. I want like we all want to like be appreciated. So now I just have like a whole like I want to get to the point where I like
do the shit
I can
full
just
time.
post whatever. I can just I can do it full time, and I can just post whatever, and then people will like it. People actually see it and they'll appreciate it. I think there's no shame in admitting to that. Some people I know are kind of like they don't want to admit it, but I don't even think there's anything wrong with wanting to be appreciated for your hard work.
Oh yeah,
no. On the VTuber side, I started small as well. Obviously the easiest like thing to aim for is numbers. Like follower counts, subscribers. But I didn't, and I know some people want to aim for partner. Obviously, that partner is like my the impossible task one, and honestly, it's not worth like throwing away your health for it. Honestly,
to be fair, Twitch partner is quite fucking impossible.
Yeah, it's getting harder. It was a lot easier back in the day. You can just if you know the staff, you can just ask for one. Honestly,
not anymore.
But yeah, not anymore. And there's like not enough benefits now to like.
No,
if you get
there
close,
isn't.
then go for it. But I wouldn't like make it like a goal.
Yeah.
To like because like you're just gonna burn yourself out. Like it's so hard to get to. But my more immediate goal now is just like, again, it's the same, kind of same as my art. I want to get to the point where people can just see me and go, oh yeah, it's that person. I might not like Merp, but like I know them. Or,
you see the
like,
design, and people know it.
Or like it's like, oh yeah, he does art streams. I heard they're pretty fun, but like not my cup of tea. But very fun person, nice person. Yeah, I just want that. So I don't need to be like a super celebrity where I was like, oh, I must go watch them. Oh, they're so popular. But I just want to be recognized. I just want people to appreciate the work I put in. So that kind of goal. Just
and I mean that's like a realistic goal. It's it's understandable because I feel like everybody wants that. Yeah,
like again, like. We work very hard. Like I'm not sure how people. I don't know if people know. Like obviously, we have different levels of like I have like the friend I introduced earlier. She works so freaking hard. Like every time she's not streaming, she's like pumping out content on TikTok and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't think if you unless you become a VTuber or like the VTuber you're watching explains it or talks about it, I don't think a lot of viewers just understand how much stuff goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Outside of networking, there's like planning, there's like tech. You're constantly looking for new things to add to your channel. Like recently, I just finally added some widgets and stuff. I want to make things more interactive.
Yeah.
Just troubleshooting. You're constantly on the lookout for like new trends and new tech, new things. There's so much going in the background. So it is nice to see all that hard work getting appreciated. So that's me.
Okay. And then
No, go for it.
Okay, no, I wanted to move on. So
yeah,
we've talked about your design and how you love it quite a lot. But let me ask you a bit of a hypothetical. Let's say you did that thing and you got cancelled, but you didn't want to stop, but you had to rebrand. What would you rebrand into and why?
I wouldn't stray too far from again like this.
Oh, I need to say I banned some themes per guest, and in your case I ban all Eldritch beings or influences.
And I'm just gonna go through my original thing where I'm just gonna contact Mito Sensei and become one of his fox girls.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm not gonna give up on white hair and fox girls, like fox ears. Okay.
What if I banned those two?
Oh shit. Oh. I'm still gonna stay of the androgynous kind of deal.
That's fair. I won't ban that.
Okay, well,
no, I won't ban that. I won't ban that.
I won't ban. Okay. So I'm gonna keep that theme, but again, something unique. Now, it'll be unique. So even if I'm gonna be like a fox, like a fox girl, fox dude, whatever, you can bet the outfit or the thing is gonna be unique. Like, I'm not gonna go for because again, I want to stand out.
Yeah,
it's hard enough as it is to like to stand out. I don't need to like mix in with the all the. So I don't know what it is yet, but I will definitely like make it a point maybe either through outfits, either through like other gimmicks, I would stand out to something unique.
Okay. And then,
yeah.
Let me ask, so what would you say is your biggest weakness when it comes to VTubing or just content creation as a whole? So this is something you're still struggling, you're still currently struggling with this?
Yes.
Or with?
I said how my friend does a lot of like off-stream like content.
Yeah.
I draw art. And art is kind of hard. It's nice to get, but it's kind of hard to get viewers. You get appreciators, you get people follow you for the art, but to earn them as to convince them to come to your live stream, that is pretty hard.
Yeah.
Versus like when you're making like a video content. And so it's good to like make clips. It's good to like, do like short, like maybe like some memes, some like either on TikTok or YouTube shorts and stuff. And that's the type of stuff I want to do more, because I know it's something, it's not just I want to do, it's something I need to learn, because it requires skill, editing skill. It also requires like, you gotta have the sense for things, unless you're following trends.
Yeah.
You can have a sense, and that's the stuff I want to work on. And I just haven't had the time, and so I want to work on that, because I feel like it's pretty important tool to grow as a streamer.
Yeah. Definitely.
Just like, yeah. And also I wanted to work on like community interaction, as in like offline.
And
like,
then
right now I'm very busy, so I don't have much of a offline interaction outside of like, they get to see me like interact with people on Twitter.
Yeah.
Where I don't
That's
really
pretty
post,
much the extent of mine as well. Like my Discord server is so dead.
Mine too. It's just because I'm so busy with other things, like I have my hands full.
Yeah.
And there's also and so these are the two things I really want to work on, because like everything else, like stream more, try to be comfortable with your streams, setting boundaries early on, just something people struggle with, because gaining viewers is hard enough. You really don't want to push viewers away, so you tend to be more
open,
I guess. Yeah,
and allowing of allowing
like,
of stuff.
Yeah, I might allow some like things fester, that you don't want. So that part I got over with, just setting boundaries. So it's just those two left now.
Okay. So then what would you say has been the biggest hurdle that you've had to overcome? So this is something that was an issue but isn't anymore.
Imposter syndrome. And
I
still haven't overcome it.
But I want something that you have overcome.
No, I mean, I technically overcome it. It's just that, I have relapses.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I get over it pretty quickly. Just that, when you're not feeling 100%, maybe something else in your life happens, and then let's say something really shitty happens in real life, and you're already dealing with that, and then you start a stream, and then something happens, or like not good turnout, or like people show up and they're like, oh, why are you so weird today, I don't like, I'm not, some people weird, that would just trigger,
yeah.
But otherwise I kind of got over it, because and the biggest thing is because I have a lot of supportive friends, and when I went to VTubing, I was pretty active in the drawing fan art and all that, so I did have like, I didn't go in exactly zero, but so I know I got I'm extremely lucky and blessed. Obviously I worked my butt off. Like I always say, like, you can be lucky, but if you don't work your ass off, like,
if you don't do anything with the luck, then it doesn't mean shit.
It. Yeah. So I know I was lucky. I had a lot of very supportive friends, just like, helping me out, spread the word, and events. So giving me enough of a boost, like a start, that I can kind of have like a something to stand on, support, so I can build my platform. So because of that, and it's always because of that, when you grow really, especially when you have like a decent momentum when you're growing, I think the faster, the more not faster, the more of a momentum you have, the more likely you will encounter that imposter syndrome. Oh yeah. So I've been having a good momentum, and I know I'm lucky, but I did work my ass off. Like I've streamed a total of it's been officially a year in 3 months. Yeah. Since I started streaming, I have logged over 2,300 hours. Woo. Like so,
That's a lot.
And that's not counting like the stuff I do offline. So I put a lot of my time and effort into it. So I worked hard. So I can, but there are times, especially like start of the year when it was kind of rough. Viewership went down and stuff like that.
It always does.
Yeah, and it's seasonal. People.
Yeah, it is seasonal.
Seasonal, people at school or like pandemic.
They still
is
suck
over,
though.
People, they do.
It's seasonal. It's coming, and then it happens, and it still fucking sucks.
Yeah, the logic behind it.
Yeah.
It's like I know. It's not a me problem. It's just how it is. Everyone's affected, but yeah, it's still gonna hurt you. So that was the biggest hurdle, and it took me, basically the whole this entire year, up until now, to get over it, because I started at the beginning of the year. And it's just a lot of things. It's a lot of like taking breaks and just like kind of just like changing your view on things, or So I got over that. Unless someone kind of triggers it, but yeah, so that's the biggest hurdle, because that affects everything. It affects your ability to stream, affects your motivation, your drive to do anything. There are weeks where I just sleep whenever I'm not when I'm supposed to be streaming. I just want to take a break and sleep. I don't want to be doing any of that, because you just feel so bummed out.
Yeah, you have zero motivation to do anything.
Yeah, that's the hurdle. Okay.
Speaking of motivation, what would you say is the thing that's kept you motivated and fighting burnout?
Friends. Actually, I made a lot of friends. Obviously, I have my own little goals, like I said earlier, to aim for, because I'm like, I work hard for stuff. Like if I have set a goal, I will work to the best of my abilities, without like compromising health and all that, and personal beliefs and stuff. So I have that going for me, but it's mostly friends too. I want to keep in contact. I want to keep and I want to I want to stay relevant enough that I can. There's some friends that they don't mind me, but I always think about their I always think about their public image too. I have a couple of friends that I can definitely collab with, but because I worry about like maybe their viewers won't like me because I'm like what the heck is this guy, So even though they're perfectly fine, I wouldn't like do it just to like So I want to be someone. I want to get to a point where like again, that's also comes with the earlier question, where I want to be someone that people can recognize. Doesn't have to be super famous. So I want to be at least someone that people can go, oh yeah, I know this person. Never been to the stream, but I know them. And so I can like openly just hang out with my friends, either on stream or publicly, without me. It's a me problem, by the way. They're fine with it. About me just like kind of worry about that kind of stuff, backlash, or they're like, oh, or like, oh, this Merp person just like cloud chasing, whatever, So I want to keep growing, and also I want to make this a thing. My real life situation, let's say the financial part, not bad, but like I'm at the point where I need to consider some alternatives. Yeah, and so I'm already like a year in. It's still very hard, like trying to make streaming, I think, is very hard.
It really is. I mean, I'm almost 3 years in.
Oh man, yeah, it's really hard.
Most of my earnings though have like nothing has been from, or almost nothing has been from streaming. Most of it's just from rigging. But
commissions, you supplement with commissions, and a lot of people are in the same boat, Yeah. But like I'm still on a, I'm still like I still have a job, so which is why like I want to, while I still have a job, I want to keep working at this, see if it's viable. And,
how do you have a job? Is it full time?
I'm in more of a management position. So
okay, because I was about to ask, how do you have a full-time job and then you stream at DGen hours?
Oh, no, different time zone. Different time zone. So I gotta stay up late anyways. So I basically stream a lot of off time. I could reply to like emails. I actually
just in the middle of your stream.
Yeah, I do. I multitask it, like sometimes, and my chat's fine with it. I still talk to them. I'm just typing, but I still talk to them.
Yeah. Have you replied to any emails or something during this one?
Yeah. You know, like,
Damn, my man's making money while doing the show. Woo.
yeah. So like I don't know. So something like that. You know. But I have I'm kind of personally also motivated by again I want to try to make this a thing. I know
Yeah.
it's a very rough road and probably not very feasible, but you know I'm at the point where I can try.
Yeah.
You know? So
There's no
and-
harm in trying.
you know, so yeah, and that I want to like you know be able to publicly hang out with my friend without like putting too much burden on them. So in order to do that, I need to be a pretty active VTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then one of the last questions that I have for you, because we're running tiny bit low on
Yeah.
time and we still want to do the Q&A.
Yeah.
By the way, if you guys have any questions for Merp, feel free to click the little blue box at the top and ask your questions there. We do have one that gets asked every episode, which I can basically just include into the main questions list, but that would give away the surprise of it.
Okay, yeah.
So that's not gonna happen. But we do have that one there. So yeah, if you guys have any questions that you'd like to ask, feel free to use that little Q&A section at the top of the chat. It's a little blue box that you can click. But the question that I have for you now is what has been the happiest moment or the greatest achievement that you've had since you've started?
Being noticed by my Oshis.
Oh shit! Who are your Oshis?
I have many. I am what you call a DP.
Well, yeah, you did mention being a simp.
You know. So obviously not none of the whole life stuff. No, that's impossible. But you know, I did have my art being retweeted. That's a nice feeling. But like, no, not those. But
I've had that as well. I had Ollie retweet one of my graffitis I did
man,
for.
Isn't that a great feeling? You just freak out.
It's amazing.
You freak out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Fubuki retweet myself. Like, oh fuck.
Oh shit! Let's go.
Yeah, so I was like, oh shit, you know. And so, but I have a few like you know, do you know Prison Project?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I look up to Yura and Shiki.
Okay.
And when I started out, when I was doing my debut, and that was like my debut was like I did my debut like 2 months after I was already streaming, or more it was like a formal event.
Yeah.
I know Yura personally came in to the chat to hang out. And Shiki didn't chat publicly, but she told me she was watching it, and so I'm like, oh my god. So it's like, man, it's nice. You know, it's like, oh, it's a nice feeling. Just like people you look up to, you know, people you usually interact with as a viewer, and they come into your stream. You know, even if they just said hi. You know, and it's just, and since then, I have a couple of like VTubers I look up to or I watch a lot. You know, they I guess I'm just annoying enough. I'm just everywhere. I'm just like annoying enough that they just like, oh, they can't ignore me. But I've had a couple just like, you know, show up. But the first is definitely like, you know, Yura and Shiki saying that they've been to my stream, my debut, to watch me, and how they like my character.
Okay.
It's like, oh yeah, my model and stuff. And that was a big crowning achievement. It's like, oh man, this is nice.
That's hype.
But later on, just like, you know, I get to like, you know, talk to some of the people I look up to that I probably could have talked to before, but I always had that barrier, or like, oh man, I'm not a VTuber, I probably shouldn't, you know, kind of deal. So, but yeah, mostly being, you know, very. I don't know what other people answer. Like, maybe they probably have like a very nice answer, but like, man,
It's different. It's different for everyone.
Okay, I got noticed, you know,
by our Oshis. I think that's the first time actually.
Yeah.
Maybe. Actually, no, that's not the first time that I've heard that one. I've had people say like they got followed by, let's say, Bao on Twitter or something. Something like that.
But
like they got followed by their Oshi or something.
I have gotten followed by Oshi, but that's as an artist, right? So
Yeah.
not as a VTuber, not because I started VTubing.
Actually,
so.
I think the other ones that said that were also artists. It's a common trend among artists being followed by Oshis.
Yeah, and then you do a freak out.
Yeah. You're just like,
Also,
what?
I wouldn't call this an achievement, and I wouldn't call it an achievement, but I would call it like a moment where I feel like, man, it's interesting feeling kind of deal. It's when I started like, and I don't know if it's because no, it's definitely after I started VTubing. When I started following people back, and they were freaking out about it. Like I follow some people back,
that.
and they made
Actually,
a
no, I
public tweet
have.
Yeah, they made a public tweet. They screen capped me following back, and they made those tweets. I used to do that too. It's like, hello, you lost, or like I made it, and I'm like, this is a weird feeling. Like I'm happy, like I'm happy people feel this way, but I'm like,
Huh. Yeah, no, I've not had someone do a public tweet of like, oh shit, wait, what? Are you lost or something? But I have had somebody being in my DMs like, oh my god, thanks for the follow.
yeah. So I wouldn't call it like an achievement, sense of achievement. I wouldn't call it like a happy moment, but it is tied to my kind of thing where like, well, I am making enough. I guess like there are people out there who like my content enough to feel happy that I follow them. So
yeah,
in a way, it is a happy feeling, but I'm still adjusting to it.
It's something you need to get used to.
Oh yeah, well they don't tag me anymore, so some of them tag me, but I think I express like me feeling like on stream, like I'm feeling kind of weirded out. So I think if they tag me, they don't do they put the slash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't know, if they're still doing it, but yeah. Okay, so
actually, yeah, no, I wouldn't know if anybody did that either, because most of the time I don't see people tag.
Yeah, they just screenshot.
They just take the screenshot, yeah. Because I mean, you're not trying to call attention to the person. You're trying to be like, oh shit.
I'm very grateful to people that feel that way. By the way, I'm ungrateful. I'm just like, I'm not used to that kind of attention. It is nice. It is nice to feel appreciated. I think it's a common theme here for me. Is like, I've dealt with enough shit in real life, and being kind of like not appreciated. That it's nice being appreciated.
Yeah,
and I'm
no,
hooked.
definitely.
It's addicting. Okay, I'm hooked. I'll keep trying hard so people keep appreciating me. But yeah, sorry.
That makes you think. Do you know what else you can get hooked on?
Oh?
Watching this show. Feel free to go check out fnv.crd.co for everything to do with it. You can feed your FNV addiction in multiple different ways. You can watch all of the VODs here on YouTube. You can find...
It's ever changing with all the different guests.
Exactly.
That you
yeah, every week it's a new fix.
Whoa!
And and you can choose your preferred platforms, because I mean, like, you can watch it here on YouTube if you want to see the visuals. You can listen to it on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcast, or Anchor FM. Or that, or hell, if you're that addicted and you're a VTuber and you want to, like, become part of it, hey, there's a Google Forms link. Fill it out, apply to be a guest in season 2, and I'll be in contact with you. Once again, everything you can find on fnv.crd.co. This has not been scripted. Yeah. I just watched some Linus Tech Tips. Because the way they segue to their sponsors, man, damn.
Oh, they're good. Like,
yeah.
And here, a segue to our sponsors. But yeah,
fix it.
No, it's great that you're doing this. Like, I actually thought about doing something like this, but I just, again, it takes a lot of planning and like a lot of it's not as easy as it looks, guys. So
have you wanted to do your own show?
Yeah, but it's more like, in a way, it's less about. Again, you know how I mentioned, like, I wanted to like help. I have a lot of friends or artists or VTubers, and they're still struggling. Like, it's really hard to. You can be like super entertaining and stuff, but like, if the algorithm is unkind to you, and people aren't going to find you.
Yeah.
So I really, and again, I'm not really popular or big, but like, I worked really hard, and I finally got to like a decent size lately, and I want to make use of that. And so I've been thinking about like doing one where I feature especially artists. Artists is just getting a shit on lately, like this, like, there's so many things going on, factors.
Yeah,
and just artists is not having a good time. So I've been doing that on Twitter. Actually, I made like big threads to promote artists. underappreciated artists, nominate. So I've done that. But before that, I thought about doing like what you're doing, like a talk show.
Little talk show, just interviewing artists.
But more like a co-working stream. I'll be doing an art stream. I'll be like working as well. But I would feature them. Like they would be here, and I'll be asking them like usually just chatter and maybe some art related ones, and then I'll have like they'll screen share on my stream so people can watch their art as well.
Yeah.
Basically to promote them, to get them some highlight,
Okay.
But it's I knew right off the bat after actually thinking about it, it's like I'm in way over my head. It's really hard, especially like to interview people, like so like I'm, it's cool that you're doing this. It sounds really fun.
Can I tell you the most difficult thing about running a show?
Yeah.
Consistency.
Okay. What do you mean? Just like
running a show every week. Making sure you have a guest for every week. Yeah.
Yeah, like even like do you like have you postponed any when you're not feeling like it? Like when you're feeling tired or just like sick and all that? Have you ever postponed?
I've missed 2 weeks.
Okay.
2 episodes that I've not done in the entire 88 weeks or 88 episodes. I've run this thing since the start weekly. Then I skipped 1 week on New Year's because and think last week or the week before I had a late cancellation, and I was also very, very tired because that was one of my first days on a new full-time job, so I was not used to it yet, and I was just exhausted.
Streaming is very mentally draining, even if you're having fun. It's very draining.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, no, I've only had to cancel twice. I've had one Saturday episode, and I'm having another one coming up as well, where like I consider them as like a special, a Saturday Night Live special.
Ooh.
But yeah, no, that's definitely what I would say is the most difficult thing, just consistency when it comes to running the show and finding guests.
Yeah, finding guests and coordinate. I imagine coordinating, especially when they're a different time zone, can be a pain in the butt.
Yes, I feel like it's easier in air quotes for me because I'm in the center of the time zone spectrum.
You can adapt to of different.
Yeah, I can adjust. Except I can't adjust as much when it comes to Americans because I can go earlier in the day. I can't go much later. Where let's say.
So just very quickly, just in the topic on that topic, I recently had to coordinate like a 4-way collab for people. Yeah. So we have people. So in addition to like they have some people are in school, some people have like a family affairs, some people have like work. But in addition to those, it's also 4 different time zones. I'm like, oh, I have like someone in EU, someone in Asia, someone in like West Coast, someone in the East Coast. It was
that's
so
a pain.
Yeah, I just can't imagine how hard it is to like schedule like
even just one guest is fine. One guest is a lot easier than 4.
Have you ever had a guest that they have like a manager and you have to go through the manager and all that?
I have. They've not been on the show. Because it was too much of a hassle to work through the company.
Mm-hmm.
And I've dropped them. I've dropped any hope of getting that guest on again because it's too much effort, not enough reward, not worth it. And I won't be naming names, but I won't be working with the company again.
Yeah, there's a lot.
We're trying to get guests.
There's a lot of red tapes and stuff that you gotta. It's
not even the red tape. It's just that the company was unprofessional about it. When I was trying to organize the stuff, they would like cancel on me, and then they'd be like, sorry, no, you can't speak to them right now because this, and this. And then I would see them streaming later in the same day, and then I'm like, okay, so what happened?
Yeah, that sucks.
Not to mention there's been some controversy around that company. Won't mention the company once again. No names, but yeah.
Oh, okay, I know who. Okay, sorry.
Wait, what?
Continue.
No.
Moving
I'm
on.
fine. I'm fine mentioning the company off stream. I'll mention it to you off stream, but not on stream.
Worries, no worries.
And I think you've probably got the wrong company in mind now.
Oh.
But yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. But okay, that brings us to the end of my questions. So now we've got the Q&A. So the first question is from one of my mods and regulars, preferably just Simon. He
Hi,
asks,
Simon.
how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Is this the one you ask every
Yep.
every honestly, I don't even know how you reply to that.
You want to know?
Sure.
A woodchuck would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Oh my god.
Yep. And that's the answer.
I am not good with tongue twisters. So did you know English is actually not my first language? So
okay.
Yeah, so I never got into like tongue twisters because
Yeah. They're difficult.
Like, it's like the least of my worries when I was like learning a language.
I love learning tongue twisters in other languages.
Oh my god!
Like I can do one in Japanese too. It's just a very
god.
long name. It's Jiguma Jiguma Gokan Shigeta Kaju Sugura Suguma Sura Matsukura Matsukuneta Tokoro Nisimutokoro Yamara Koji Nomara Kushi Pepo Pipo no shooting on a good and I good and I no pumpkin no pumpkinano chokume no chosuke.
That you should make a clip of that.
I've done it so many times by now.
But no, have you done a video? Just put it
No,
on Twitter. And
I've
all
never
that.
no.
Do it. But
I just keep
people love that
I just keep it to the show. Otherwise,
Okay.
there's a tongue twister as well in Welsh. That one town.
Oh my god, no! I know the one you're talking about. I don't even know how you pronounce it.
Oh, you pronounce it Llanfair Quilgwyn Gil Gugerch Vendov Valanticilio Gogogoch.
Oh my god! I think you just summoned something unholy.
I did. I summoned you.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh right.
Actually, no. Sorry, no. I summoned Connor.
Oh,
I tried, at least. It didn't work. Clearly.
it's okay. They heard you somewhere. They're just busy.
Yeah. There are my usuals. People who have watched the show regularly already know that those are gonna happen. Otherwise, I once had a Finnish guest on, and there's this one phrase in it, in Finnish, that goes vesi hisi sa, which I cannot remember the proper translation for, but yeah, that's also one. I don't know, I just like learning tongue twisters in other languages. But not English. English tongue twisters are shit.
They're not.
They're just shit. I'm sorry to say. Like seashells at the seashore, or Irish wristwatch. Like bruh.
Wait. Irish wristwatch is a tongue twister?
If you say it fast enough, yes it is.
Oh.
Try saying it fast 3 times.
3 times?
Yeah.
Oh, Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch, or not fast enough, but yeah.
Yeah, because they always say it 3 times, because as soon as you say it once, you're gonna fuck it up on the second time. But
yeah.
Okay. Next question is from Darkwater. Would you shoot your friend for $2 million, and what would you do with it after?
How much does it cost to pay off the authorities? I need to make sure I have like a decent amount remaining.
You'll probably be able to get bail.
I don't know. I mean, I have lots of friends, but there are some friends that are not friends anymore. Do they count?
As long
On
as you...
paper, still friends, but they're really shitty people. You know, I found out they're shitty people. You know, and if I can pay.
If you can get paid.
Yeah,
like, damn, I'd do that shit for free.
Yeah, I do it for free. This is a bonus, you know. And also, this is purely,
Dark. I know I didn't read the second part well because it didn't make sense. Okay, I'll read it verbatim. Would you shoot at your friend for $2 million? And if so, why are you and your friend shooting at each other?
Shooting what?
I don't know. The shit.
I don't know. Like, I like to walk away with that money. So
I
if
don't
it
know.
involves like mutual annihilation, again, you know what I mean. I don't
Yeah.
take risks. So I only want all the pros. Okay, no cons. So if it's mutual annihilation, then maybe I'll coordinate with him so we play dead or something. We'll scam the people paying us.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah,
don't want to
make it
walk away. I
scam.
want to be able to spend that money, which is why I'm like, how much did
To
it
be
cost
fair.
to pay bail?
To be fair, if we take Dark Water's words in the most literal sense, he did say, "Would you shoot at your friend?" You could just shoot
Not-
at each other. It didn't say you have to
I
hit.
missed. Exactly. Yeah.
Just
there
shoot in
you
this
go.
general direction.
Yeah, there you go. I can do that.
Easy
But
2
knowing
mil.
my,
I'll take it. I can
knowing my
pay off. Hmm?
knowing my accuracy, if it's a handgun, I am gonna hit. I could hit them.
If you
I
aim
am-
to miss, you're gonna hit. You're gonna hit, and if you miss, and if you
Yeah, I am awful with a handgun.
so you and your best friend wouldn't just shoot at each other and get 2 mil each. Yeah, no, I'd do that definitely.
It's just gonna involve a lot of careful planning.
Yes. Also, make
Yeah.
sure you do it in a way where firing a gun is not going to get you in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Also, that's a foreign assuming gun
Hey, they
because he
didn't
just said
specify what
shoot.
kind of gun though?
Yeah, he just said shoot. It can be a Nerf gun, yeah. Then you can fucking
Yeah,
hit
there
each
you
other
go.
in the face.
There you go. That's
But
like
okay.
the easiest money ever.
Hell
Sorry,
yeah.
but continue.
And then the last question that I have is from Remexon, which, hi, Rema, I
Okay.
haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, hi.
Rema's question is, what is Merp's design based on? We kind of went over this earlier, but we'll
Yeah,
just give a
whatever.
rehash.
Actually,
We'll just give a
uh,
rehash.
if we still have some time, I
do.
can bring up something real quick.
Yeah. Something we missed.
We still got time, right? Okay, something. So I can do this. Now, let me open up VTube Studio. I'm just gonna drag my character reference sheet I'll stick it on my character. So give me a second.
I'm just gonna bring it in.
Yeah.
Bring it in, boys.
So there you go. Okay. I have to see like, oh my god. All right.
What
So
happened?
no, you'll see. It will catch up.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to look at stream. I didn't move my here. I gotta move the Discord thing around so I can see it without delay. But yeah, so we talked about it. My character is actually based on the King Yellow as the base. But then
Yeah.
I took some like artistic liberties, and now I didn't design my character completely. I got someone else to do it, but I did design the main concept and like a lot of the details I designed. But they put it together. They also did the outfit and all that. But yeah, so have you ever wondered like what my
Whoa.
I pinned it to my character because I pinned it to my character. It's spinning. But yeah, I have more, like a little thing that I can just put here. There you go. Bam. Oh
Right, now you're just gonna say don't pin.
no, I'm just dragging it in. So
Oh
okay, there
shit,
you
it's
go.
a bigger one. Let's go.
Yeah, I did. So yeah, there you go.
Oh.
I'll pin. Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait, I'm looking at it.
So yeah, the King Yellow, and because it's Eldritch, I have a lot of room to work with. So this is why I like the whole like eyes style. Not, but by the way, are you a Toho fan?
My what?
A Toho fan.
Not really, no.
Fan of the Toho project. No, don't worry then. Don't worry about it. It's a
I know
niche.
about Apple.
It's a niche. Oh my god! But yeah, one of the character there, one of the characters like they have portals. They control like I guess gaps like a portal and all that. And there's a lot of eyes. So that was actually the inspiration. I really wanted to have multiple eyes, and so that also kind of fed into the whole Eldritch thing. So once I had that, I went hard on the eye aspect, and I actually was gonna go have a more realistic eyes, but I figured that might trigger some phobias. And again, I want viewers. I don't want to scare people away.
Trypophobia viewers.
Trypophobia, and there's another one. There's a fear of being stared at,
Oh.
right? Now, so that's why the eyes on my body right now, like they're pretty cartoony. They're kind of like
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if you guys can see like these eyes are moving. They move.
Oh yeah,
on my
no,
own.
I've noticed.
So they track to my main eyes. They blink and blink, but if I don't blink, they also move and blink individually.
Oh shit.
Like we have a little animation
There's
going.
a bit
We
of
have
an
this,
idol. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like a hybrid of idle animation and then direct control from my eye tracking.
Yeah.
But yeah, just everything I did. I worked with the rigger, and we did everything we can to like make it feel more alive.
Yeah.
Because my previous model, it was definitely just like the eyes blink and move, which is impressive already. But like, people thought it was just like a shirt design. They didn't really. Because right now, I even added like the Z rotation, right? So
Yeah,
it does
yeah.
feel like it kind of there's like a 3D layer to it, so it feels like there's something in there instead of just like a print.
Yeah, no, I've noticed that it's like there's a hole.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted, because like again, I said I'm wearing a
skin suit. You know, that makes me think of a hot take that I saw a popular streamer Hassan Piker have. Have you watched Attack on Titan?
Yes, but not like the whole thing, and not like
like
so, I liked it, but I never.
So the hot take that he has is that Attack on Titan is just a flesh mecha.
Yeah, no, that's believable, because
I
they
agree
can cut
with
them
it.
out, right?
Yeah,
They do cut them out. Yeah,
they don't
totally
become the whole
fuse.
thing. They just control it.
Yeah, they become a whole thing, you know. No, it doesn't make sense. But because like they have extracted the human from the
body,
the thing, the meat. Yeah, that's a
flesh
very
mecha.
definition of you can always call if mecha, like if the term mecha, because it's not mechanical, offends you, just say a flesh golem. You know, more fleshy, you know, and like just like how like Evangelion is basically a flesh mecha.
What it is? I thought it was just a mecha.
No, like I
don't know. I've not watched it.
they bleed.
Oh,
They're kind of bio engine. They're kind of like a mix, you know. Yeah, so like that's why they bleed a lot, you know, because they have organic parts.
I did not know that. I've not watched.
Mech bits.
Yeah.
The armor mech bits is more like armor, you know. The metal bits are more armor, you know. They're but it's like a hybrid, you know. So
okay. Yeah, no, I did not know that. I've tried watching Evangelion and I've fallen asleep every single fucking time. But okay, that is going to be the end, because unfortunately, I think my power is already out. Let me check.
Oh,
it is
shit.
indeed. Yeah, my power is already out.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that will be the end of this episode.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun.
I'm glad. And thanks for being an amazing guest.
I'm glad my movie got canceled. Yeah, I'm glad, because like I would have well, our start time, I would have just gone out of the movie, because Oppenheimer is like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm glad. You know, it was meant to be. So
okay, wait, but question. So real quick. So you were planning on watching Oppenheimer. Have you watched Barbie? Or are you planning on?
That's for another day.
Are you gonna make Barbenheimer a thing?
How do you do that? Do you just watch it at the same
you
time?
Watch them. No, you just watch them consecutively.
Oh.
Watch Barbie and then watch Barbie and then watch Oppenheimer, or watch Oppenheimer and then Barbie.
Oh, yeah, I will be watching both. Yeah.
Okay,
Barbie,
so you're
honestly,
gonna be doing Barbenheimer.
Yeah, the Barbie movies honestly, it sounds pretty fun. Like, from people who've seen it, it's not a kids movie. It's definitely an adult movie.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, adult humor in there too.
Yeah, I've seen the clips.
Yeah, it's for kids who grew up, like it's for the kids who grew up on Barbie, and they have an adult sense of humor now. You know.
Yeah.
That's so don't write it off as like, oh, it's just like a show for little girls. Like, no, it's far from it. Yeah, everyone who watched it had fun. So yeah, definitely go check it out.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's going to be the end of this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So,
thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's been fun. And yeah, once again, if you guys have anything that you want to check out to do with the show, go check out fnv.crd.co. And make sure you go check out my wonderful guest, Merpperoni, on Twitter and Twitch. His links are in the chat, description, show notes. It's everywhere. It's on screen. You can find it literally everywhere. Go check him out. He does some cool, unique art. Do you do comms? You do comms,
I do. I'm currently closed. I don't take a lot. I don't take a lot. I don't take on a lot. So when I do open, it's like very small.
Well, see, that's even more reason for people to follow you, so that they can know when you open your commissions. So yeah, make sure you guys do. And yeah, that's going to be it for me. I've been your host, Zara, and I appreciate every single one of you for coming through to this episode of FNV. But that will be it for the night. And I will see you all in the next episode. But until then, for now,
Bye.
Sun goes down, our spirits free. Nothing left but our energy. Take my hand, we can go and see a world unknown. Come explore with me. No, explore with me. Yeah, explore with me.
By the way, don't click off just yet. We're going to be raiding out. Let me see to who. Maybe one of our regular raid destinations are live. We'll see. There is someone live who we've raided a couple times in the past. We're gonna raid out to Elia Stellaria. We've gone there a couple times. She just came back from her trip. She went on a trip to Japan. So yeah, I think it was Japan. I don't remember. But yeah, so the raid message will be Kappa Zara FNV raid! Exclamation point Kappa, just like that. That will be the raid message. You can copy and paste it multiple times and post it like that. Show some love to Elia, and I'll see you all there.